Good morning, students. Today we are going to talk about the lesson called Nationalism in India. In this chapter, we will discuss about how the concept of nationalism came into exist, what are the various movements which have finally shaped the field of nationalism amongst Indians. Next, what is nationalism? Nationalism is the desire of people who shares common race, cultural identity, language, etc. to create an independent nation. So, here in India, the growth of modern nationalism is connected to the anti-colonial movement. The sense of being oppressed under colonial power was common to different classes. So, the Congress under the leadership of Mahatma tried to unite these groups together within one movement. Right. Next, the First World War. The First World War created a new economic and political situation worldwide. Increasing taxes, increasing prices of food grains, heavy rents, etc. led to extreme hardship for common people. So, the forced recruitment in army caused widespread anger. After the war, Indian industries faced heavy losses. People suffered in acute shortage of food, influenza epidemic, etc. In such a critical situation, a new leader called Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, his vision came in India in January 1915. Okay. The next, the idea of Satyagraha. Gandhiji fight for Indians in South Africa was well known. His method of agitation and protest based on truth and non-violence was known as Satyagraha. The method of agitation and protest based on the truth and non-violence was known as Satyagraha. Without being aggressive, a Satyagrahi could win the battle. For an example, in 1916, Gandhiji travelled to Champaran of Bihar to inspire the peasants to struggle against oppressive indigo planters. In 1917, Gandhiji supported the peasants of Kheda who were suffering from shortage of food due to crop failure and advised them not to pay revenue till their demand of its remission was met. Okay. In 1918, Gandhiji went to Ahmedabad to organize a Satyagraha movement amongst the cotton mill workers. Okay. So, next we will move to the Rowlatt Act. Okay. The Rowlatt Act in 1919 was passed through the Imperial Legislative Council in spite of opposition of the Indian members. Rowlatt Act gave the government enormous power to repress political activities. According to this act, the political prisoners could be detained in prison for 2 years without any trial. So, Gandhiji decided to oppose it with Satyagraha. On 6th April 1919 was observed as a Satyagraha Day, and it was the first countrywide agitation that was led by Mahatma Gandhiji. It was also marked the foundation of the non-cooperation movement. On the 10th April, the police in Amritsar fired upon the peaceful procession, which provoked the widespread violence. Okay. Martial law was imposed and then General Dyer took command. Okay. What is Jallianwala Bagh massacre? On the 13th April 1919, a large crowd gathered in the enclosed ground of Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar, Punjab, Actually, some people came there to protest against government repressive measure, while some came to attend the annual Baishaki fair. But General Dyer entered that area and he blocked the exit point and opened the fire on the crowd, which led to the killing of hundreds. As the news spread, crowd took to the street. There were strikes, hurdles, clashes with police, and attacks on the government building. And once the Gandhiji came to know there was a widespread violence across the India, he immediately called off that movement. Okay. Here one more information. Rabindranath Tagore, in that time, he returned his knighthood title to show his protest against the British government. So Mahatma Gandhi was forced to call off the movement when he saw the spread of non-violence, especially in the northern India. Okay. Next, we'll move to the why non-cooperation movement. During the Rowlatt Satyagraha, Mahatma Gandhi felt that he need to launch a more wide movement in India. But he was sure that no such movement could be organized without bringing the Hindus and Islams closer together. So one way of doing this was he felt that he should take up the Khilafat issue. Then what was the Khilafat issue? The First World War was ended with the defeat of Ottoman Turkey. So there was a rumor that the Haas peace treaty was going to be imposed on the Ottoman emperor, who was a spiritual head, that means Khalifa. So Khalifa means spiritual head of the Islamic world. Okay, so the Muslims of India decided to force Britain to change her Turkish policy. A Khilafat committee that was formed under the leadership of Maulana Azad, Hakim Ajmal Khan, Hazrat Mohani, and especially the Muslim leaders like Muhammad Ali, Saukat Ali, started to discuss with Mahatma Gandhi about the possibility of united mass action on this issue. So Gandhiji saw this is an excellent opportunity of uniting the Hindus and Islams as would not arise in 100 years. So the Congress passed the resolution in its Calcutta session in the year of 1920. So Gandhi took the following measures. First, he insisted that the movement had to begin with surrender of titles, honors and honorary posts given by the British. Second, he planned to shut or boycott the civil services, army, police, British courts and legislative assemblies, even schools and colleges and British goods. So the British goods were to be replaced by the domestic goods so that Swadeshi can be promoted. Okay. In case of government suppression, civil disobedience movement will be launched. That was the plan of Mahatma Gandhi. And after a lot of debates, the non-cooperation movement that was finally adopted by the Congress and its members during the Nagpur conference in the year of December 1920. Okay. Next, under the Mahatma Gandhiji's leadership, non-cooperation movement and Khilafat movement began in full force. Okay, dear students, in tomorrow class we will discuss about what are the differing strands within the movement. Thank you, students.